Hey YouTube, what's up? I pray you guys are all doing well. I just posted another reading using the Kipper deck, so check that video out if you have time. But I wanted to come and do another one using the tarot deck just to get another message and see what's in the energy this week. I pray you guys had a safe weekend. All right, I already shuffled the deck and prayed over the cards and the message and our energy. So I'm just shuffling just so you guys can see that I'm shuffling the cards. And then I'm just gonna split the deck and then we shall get started. Happy birthdays to any Geminis that come across this reading. This year is just moving by, boy. I can't even believe it. This is the last week of May. And I don't even know what to say. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Death card. Death is Scorpio, and it deals all about transformations and transitionings. But this also can represent how death can even come for those of power, because you have the Pope right in front of the horse, and in front of death himself. And it could come to man, woman, and child. You know what I'm saying? But death it could be a physical death, but it also can represent a spiritual death, because of the transformation being of Scorpio, and that whole rising of the Phoenix. Different versions of yourself dying off. The number 13 could be of some type of significance to you in some way, shape, or form. Born on the 13th, or that's just your lucky number. But then in the back is like also showing you that even though there's an ending, there's a sun in the background showing you that there's endings create a new beginning for you. An ending or a death or a shedding of yourself does not mean that's your end all be all. It's more so of all right, I shedded this version of myself. Let me go ahead and enter to that new stage, just like a caterpillar sheds its skin or sheds its shell, whatever, and forms into not necessarily sheds it, but forms this chrysalis around them, and they go through these different stages of life. I'm thinking of a snake for some reason. Snakes might be some type of significance for you. Maybe owning a snake. You might have a snake around you. You never know. Or you might be a snake yourself. But that whole transformation of self so that you can get to that who you are meant to be. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into the message and see what Most High Ancestors has for us. All right, Most High Ancestors, what surrounds the energy with the collective? What is surrounding the energy for the collective this week, Most High Ancestors? There is this pretty multicolored bird that is in the yard, and I wish I could take a picture of it, but it went behind a bush. All right, Most High Ancestors, what's in the energy for the collective today? Okay. All right, so the card that came out of the deck is the Four of Wands. Wands have been significant. Like in I posted a reading last week, and it was like 5 or so cards with wands in them. You know what I'm saying? So that fast movement. And then in my last video, we were just talking about communication. This also can represent portals. You going through a portal because of the 1111. It could be a gateway, some type of messages, downloads that you're getting. You could be seeing 1111. You could be born on either January 11th or November 11th. Some type of victory or celebration because of this stability, because of that number 4. And I was just talking about the number 4. You could be walking through a threshold. You could be getting married. You could be coming upon some type of milestone, an anniversary, a victory, some type of celebration, a graduation. This could be the marrying of your feminine and masculine energies coming into balance, or different aspects of yourself, or a twin flame energy as well. it's like you're walking into a new world because of you walking through that underneath this threshold. It's like you're walking into a new dimension. Because of that 1111 is a portal, it's a gateway. Like you're walking into your new life. Like that song, I forget what it's called, but it's like walk into your season. It's a gospel song. Go ahead and walk into your season. You know what I'm saying? You're walking into this new season of life and celebration. And this is a golden card because this gives me golden card, living my life like it's golden. You know what I'm saying? Who was that? Jill Scott. You might be a Leo, maybe a significance because of that yellow and that sun. But it's like you transitioned into a new stage, a new version of yourself. And you're able to obviously celebrate because of this milestone, of this achievement that you have achieved. This card at the bottom of the deck is the 5 card, the 5 of Wands. Wands again. But it could represent conflict or battles or training. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through this immense training just to be able to get to this version of yourself to where you're able to celebrate. And then 5 and 4 is 9, and that's that completion. Like I said in my last video, we talked about completion. So you could be completing some type of stage of training, whether it be spiritually or physically, or some type of addiction that you may have become like getting over or healing from. This could be different versions of yourself that you were at war with, because your enemy is your inner me. There are enemies outside of yourself, but your biggest enemy is yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we can overthink, we can hold on to things that we don't need to hold on to, we can fight against ourselves. But it's like after you've killed off those versions of yourself that no longer serve you and you defeated them, you're able to have this victory in life and in yourself, in the spiritual realm and in the physical realm, because of these two, this portal. So it might be something that's coming up for you. Let me see the energy around the 4 of Wands, Most High Ancestors. Energy surrounding the 4 of Wands, please. Energy surrounding the 4 of Wands. Okay, yes. So the card that came out is my little bent out of shape tower card. So after you experience this tower card, and you experience this transformation in these tower moments that you have in your life, because tower moments aren't always a negative thing. People think that when you have a tower moment that it's a punishment, and sometimes you have to be, especially if you're not humble, falling from grace, falling from your crown chakra to your root chakra, because that's definitely what the devil represent, is you living in reverse. The devil is lived backwards, you know what I'm saying? And the Baphomet, the half goat, half man, he represents living in reverse too, because of the upside down pentagram, and he's actually the representation of the black woman's womb. So it's like this, you're not creating anything if you're living in reverse. You have to get out of certain mindsets, shed different versions of you that doesn't exist, certain thoughts, constraint, foundations that you had, beliefs, core values that you had, getting rid of that core value, those core values and things that you thought were true, but coming down and Most High rebuilding you to where you have your foundation is based off of truth, is built on truth. You know what I'm saying? So after you've done that tower moment, and you've been humbled, because you have to be humility has to be in you and on you, especially when it comes to Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be able to see him if you are constantly standing up thinking that you're above people or places or things, whatever the case may be. So knocking you down to where it's like, all right, you think you're this, but let me humble you. And you have this tower moment, and you're shedding those thoughts that you had that is basically toxic to you. You'll be able to have this this creation and this being of life and reversing those roles, so you're not living in reverse. You are not being a devil, but you are being, you know what I'm saying, you're living life and not letting life live you. You know what I'm saying? So let me see the energy around the Four of Wands in the Tower. Four of Wands in the Tower. Okay, so another four card came out, the Four of Swords. This card is all about rest and healing and rejuvenation, because in the window you have this church or this person getting prayed over, what it looks like at an altar. But it also represents like it's like you're resting and healing, but you have this sword down here as a just in case uh something pop off and you got to be quick, you know what I'm saying, quick to jump to action or whatever. But this also represents the swords as communication as well. So after you've went through those tower moments and you've had that and you've have this victory, you might need time to rest and to be to yourself and to think about things and the change that happened into your life, because it's going to be of some type of significance to you that you feel like you need to go ahead and go into hermit mode for a quick second and think about the magnitude of the changes that you've done because the tower, or having some type of light bulb moment because of that of the lightning bolt. What is the energy around Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Swords, please, ancestors? All right, so the card that came out is the High Priestess. This is about two. This is about balance. This is about duality. This is also Pisces and intuitive, being intuitive, and your you could be born under a crescent moon, but it's all about things that are hidden, things that was hidden like in the subconscious mind, being brought back forth for you to deal with it, or for you to create some type of balance in it as well. Behind her is water, but she has the pomegranates, which is all about abundance and fertility in life. And then you have the black and white with the balancing, and that's giving me scales energy as well. But it's like she holds the truth at her feet. She's dressed in blue, which is about truth in your throat chakra, so that your throat chakra may be of some type of significance as well. Being able to communicate your words and articulate them in a manner that you want to or desire to, so that people are understanding and you're not feeling misunderstood in any type of way, shape, or form. But walking in truth as well. You have to always make sure that you are walking in your truth and being truthful with yourself, regardless of what your path looked like. It's all about where you're going, not where you've been. Learn from the things that you go through and do not hold it over your head or into your heart or create that baggage, because that's only going to weigh you down and you're not going to be able to, it's going to take you longer to get to where you need to be. If you ever get there, holding on to things that no longer serve you. What is the energy surrounding the Four Wands, Tower, Four Swords, and the High Priestess, please? Give me one more card, please, ancestors. Oh, where'd it go? Give me 1 second. This card done flew somewhere. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Okay. Somebody being stubborn or doing too dang on much, because I shouldn't have to do all that, go to these extra lengths just to get to this dang on card, which is basically this dang on card. Like, this is the little sister. You know what I'm saying? This is the big sister, this is the little sister. But this represents, the Two of Swords represents indecision, self-protection, duality, intuition, and evaluation. It's like you're blindfolded and you have these two swords in front of you and they're going in a cross, or an X. But you have to see the duality between the two cards, though, because these cards are all about duality and they're basically the same dang on cards. because you have the number 2 card, which is still 4, so some type of balance or stability. Then you have the 2 pillars can represent the 2 swords. Then you have the crescent moon at the bottom and then at the top, and there one is going up towards her and one is coming down towards her. And then still having this water between in the background, except she just doesn't have the backdrop and she's not blindfolded. But it's like you having to make a decision. You know intuitively what you need to do and how to do it, but kind of weighing the scales just to see how to go about it. And it could be something done under some type of waning moon or crescent moon. But balance obviously is something that you need in your life, and being able to go inside yourself to make a decision. I did a personal reading last night, and I was saying and explaining, and I said in another reading too, is that tarot, she has a tarot book in her hand or like a scroll or something, but tarot is esoteric knowledge, like things that are hidden, things that are unknown. And people think tarot is an evil thing, but it's like, it's just the things that are hidden, bringing them to the light. You know what I'm saying? Things that you already know inside, being brought forth to you so that you're aware of what to do and how to do it and how to go about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that you already know internally, but you basically getting confirmation of what you already know, because you already have all the answers inside of you. But a lot of people don't spend time with themselves, especially going inside of themselves, to know what they should do, because you already know what to do, but you fight against yourself, feeling like you don't, that you're not doing the right thing or making the right decision. But it's like, you have to trust your gut feeling. You have to trust your heart. You have to have discernment and use discernment. You know what I'm saying? Pray and ask Most High for discernment and truth at all times. You know what I'm saying? And for wisdom and guidance, because as this is growth as well. Like who you used to be and who you're becoming. You know what I'm saying? And it's still that whole thing with the Tower card because of that transformation between the two. So it's like, if I put this Tower card in the middle, well, let me switch these ones. Wait a minute, get over there. Okay, so this is who you used to be. After this Tower card, this transformation, this is who you're gonna become. You dress more confident. You're in a next level. You done achieve something because you got you a new little hat. You know what I'm saying? With a little crystal ball in it. You already intuitively know. You're clairvoyant. You're clairaudient. You're being able to know what's going on spiritually and physically, as above, so below. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that transformation of self. When you go inside of yourself and you are intuitively already knowing what you should do and what you're called to do, and actually doing the work to do it, creates that Tower moment. And even this card represents balance because of the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And then you have the High Priestess, which is your final stage. So I hope, and then at the bottom of the deck, you got the Ten of Wands. So bringing it on home. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you've done, all of the healing that you've done, the crying that you've done, the pain that you went through, carrying it all home to where it's like you went through it. The hardest part is already over. You're in the home stretch. You're getting ready to you're crossing the finish line because of that black and white. Checkerboards might be significance, or speedway. But yeah, you took that speedway, which is that path that is the road less traveled, is where, like, especially when it says in the Bible how the path of righteousness is narrow, but the path of destruction is broad. You know what I'm saying? You took the road less traveled, that path to healing, and that you had to destroy your old version of you to become the new version of you, and going through that process to where it's like, all right, I did it, and I got to cross this finish line and go into the ultimate version of myself, seeing who I truly am. You know what I'm saying? So I pray this message resonates to you guys in some way, shape, or form. Share this video, like the video if it resonates. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. Leave a comment down below. And you guys have a blessed rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.